Hi guys, SeismicGear here, wanting to talk to you about how to apply for plus 100 gaming, since I know some of you are interested in joining the team or just the pub stomping group. So, how you go about doing that is we have open tryouts every Sunday. So what you do is you message me, InfernoGear, Fandango13, McArmySTUD, or Selective Golem on Facebook, Twitter, or the website. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to say, I want to apply for the team, this is the time I can do it. So if it's a Sunday, we can work a time slot in for you, where we're going to go ahead and interview you. We're going to interview you on, depending on what side of the team you want to be on. If you just want to pub stomp with friends, then it's very easy. You just play a couple matches, make sure that your stats aren't terrible, and that you're not annoying or anything like that, and then we're good to go. Now, on the other hand, if you'd like to be part of a professional team, or a subgroup, or a skirmishing team, or anything like that, then it's a little bit trickier and it's a lot harder to get into. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come into a couple pubs with us, and you have to play a couple of Deathmatch, a couple dominations, a couple hard points, a couple
UAV ready for deployment.
just like that. Now you're going to have to play some custom games with us, and we're going to show how you play. And then after all of that, if you do okay, we'll move on to the next step. After, where we do an actual interview, you know, we talk if you want to stream, or if you want to, you know, do any Instagram or social media or anything like that. And then after we do that, we have to go on ahead and we have to play some arena with you. Okay, and make sure that you can play at a competitive level. And even though that's not the best way, we could do game battles or UMG. Arena is the quickest, most accessible option for us to make sure that you can join. After you join, you have obligations. You have to play every so days on a UMG or a game battle or whatever. You have to do that so that way you can see that you're still wanting to improve and get better. Even if you're not pro level, that's fine. You can be semi-pro, you can be amateur, as long as you're trying to get better. That's all we actually care about in terms of our secondary teams, tertiary teams, anything like that. So after that, it's pretty straightforward. You just play with us all the time, and if you have a streaming deal, when you stream, the only agreement with streaming is that we provide you all the materials you need to be popular, you know, plus 100 banners, plus 100 profile pictures. We'll do pictures for you, we'll provide you with assets, art assets if you need them, we'll work on them. It might take a little bit, we're doing it free for you for the most part. Help you build your brand and our brand together at the same time. But you have to follow our rules. You have to stream certain amount of times a week, or you get kicked off the team. We take all your assets. If you don't act professionally, you know, if you're racist or anything like that, you probably won't get on the team in the first place. But if you hide it from us, then we see that later, we will kick you off the team almost immediately. We don't really deal with hate speech, vulgarity, or anything like that. Well, necessarily not that. We deal with vulgarity a lot, I swear. But that's whatever. So then after that, it's pretty straightforward, and you can make money that way with us. And we only take about 5% of your earnings, and you keep the rest of the 95%, even on YouTube. So if you make, let's say you make $1,000, okay, we're only going to take 5% of $1,000, so you get the other $950 still. So you only lose $50 for us to give you branding and all that kind of thing. So it really works out pretty well. We can cross-promote your channel, your Facebook pages, make agreements, you know, all that kind of good stuff. It's really fun to play with us, and we're pretty actually laid back for a professional team. So that's basically all there is to that, but I'll talk more about the ethics that we have as plus 100 game is, so other things that we require, if you're actually on a primary team or a secondary team, that's very difficult compared to a skirmishing team or a tertiary team. On a secondary or primary team, you have a lot of obligations. You have to stream, you have to have a YouTube page, you have to put videos on your YouTube page and our YouTube page. They can be the same ones, but it has to be on both. You have to have social media accounts like Twitter, and you have to have a Facebook page representing you, and a lot of other things like that. You know, you have to be on the website and be on the forums almost 24/7 to be able to communicate with all the fans that you might have, and do AMAs, and go on Reddit, and all these kind of cool things, but you have to do them, or otherwise you can't be on the primary or secondary team. So it's kind of like a job almost, but you do keep 5% of your earnings, so it's not a big deal. Or sorry, 95% of your earnings, we take 5%. No, that wouldn't be fair at all. And just all that kind of thing, so hopefully anybody who's listening to this that is interested in that now has an avenue for that. Now, we also have more open tryouts again that are with groups that are more open. We have a pub stomping group we have where if you just want to play as with plus 100 and kind of represent plus 100 in a cool little less way, like I just want to play on the weekends, or I only have time to play on Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever, then you can do that with our pub stomping group, and those are on Saturdays. So on Saturdays we're open tryouts. You kind of just message me, say, hey, I want to join the clan on PSN, Facebook, email me, put a comment in the section, direct message me on Twitter, anything like that. And we'll work out a time that we're all doing that, and I'll make sure that everyone's there. It'll probably be a little bit after 5, but depending on how things work, it might be before that. But generally be after 5 p.m. And what you do is you just, you know, do that, and then we play as a group and see if everyone meshes well and everything. And generally it's pretty much always a yes, unless there's some reason you can't, or we don't like you for some reason because you're being rude to everyone. But generally, it's pretty easy to be on the pub team, so if you're interested in just doing that kind of thing, that's always an option for you, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to. You don't have to post on the forums, you don't have to add a YouTube page, yada yada yada, but you can still do all that stuff, even if you're in the pub group. If you want, we'll still help you supply with that stuff. Just know that it's really complicated and it has a lot of paperwork, so sometimes that might not always work out in favor, especially if you have a lot of time. But if you still want to do that kind of thing or try it out and decide you don't like it, that's okay too. And of course, anything like that, it's completely open, and I welcome it entirely. So that's really what that's all about, and I hope that some of you out there might actually want to join, and if so, again, you can just reach me on any of the social media, or email me, or even, heck, give me a phone call if you have my number, and do all that. So, on to that. Have a good day, and again, if you're interested in the team, just let me know.
Deployed. Care package inbound.
That's secure.
No medals for second place. Crush them. Friendly counter UAV inbound. Hellstorm inbound.
Reaper down.
Prophet KIA.
You made the entire CDP proud.
Only the strongest survive.